Hello everyone. Welcome to my first and maybe my only tutorial. We'll see. I had a lot of requests for people asking to see how I made this Nutcracker coaster with the movable snow inside. And so I thought I would show you today how I did those. I am using this Better Boat epoxy resin. I ordered that off of Amazon and it's pretty well priced. One thing about it is it is very thick, so it tends to pour thick and you might get more bubbles, but I like that it's hardens pretty fast really, and I usually can get rid of most of the bubbles with my heat gun. I'm going to be using Martha Stewart chunky glitter. This is silver argent. And I'm also going to be using a little bit of this glitter. The last ones I made were in gold. This one I'm going to try to do in silver. And this is Recollections. These are the Nutcrackers that I use, and they are La Petites, and I believe I got this at Hobby Lobby. Yes, at Hobby Lobby. And so usually a lot of times their stickers like this are half off. So I try to stock up on those when that happens. And these are kind of 3D. There's about 3 different layers to them, so it gives it some depth in the resin. Instead of using a present and a stocking, I think I'm going to use these with the ones that I'm going to use today will be the hot cocoa. So anyway, I am going to go and mix up my resin, just clear resin. I'm not going to add any pigment colors or pigment paste to this, okay? I'm using 2 coasters. These are from Amazon, just the ones, the round 4-inch with that have a lip in it. And then I'm using this 4-inch coaster mold from Molds and something. I will go and mix my resin and I will be back. Okay, I'm back and I have mixed up about 10 ounces of my resin. It's been sitting about 3 minutes or so, and while I'm letting it sit so that the bubbles rise up a bit more, one of my hacks that I do just to kind of save work for me and save money is that we live in beautiful sunny Arizona, and so we go through a lot of water. So one of the things I do to kind of reuse stuff is I take them and just with my kitchen scissors, I just cut them in half to use them for my resin cups. So I'm going to mix some of my glitter resin and get it ready. On these molds, I want to pour just a little bit in the bottom, just enough so that my Nutcrackers will stick to the bottom. And then I will pour another layer over the top once they are where I want them to be so they don't slide around. I always have a baby wipe handy to make sure that when I get stuff on my gloves I can get it off of there easily. Look at this glitter. It's very full. Let me just pour some in there. But I have to be really careful with this glitter or else it's going to end up everywhere. So I want quite a bit of this. I just love the Martha Stewart chunky glitter. It's so pretty. This is so sparkly. Almost any color you get, they're just really beautiful. And I'm pretty sure I ordered these all from Michael's. I'm going to put quite a bit in there. See how that looks. And I'm going to use popsicle stick. Even though they say that you can get bubbles by using wood, I notice that I get bubbles no matter what I use, so I'm going to just get this stirred up in here pretty well. This is going to be for my background. Let's see, let's start with this. I'm just going to pour just enough in here to hopefully kind of cover the bottom.
Yep, I think that's going to actually be good. I can kind of make sure everything gets over there. I'm not doing a really thick layer of this. Really just enough to cover the sides and then the base part. Because I don't want it to be too thick. So I'm going to make sure that these all got into the sides, so I don't have a big gap where there might be a big bubble in there. Now I will use my heat gun real quick. I actually do my bubbles on a high setting. Okay, so that's pretty much all I'm going to do on that one. And so I'm going to add some more of this to this here. This is just another cup of just clear. Got just a little bit left in there for just kind of a just in case. What we're going to do is we're going to put just a little bit in the bottom and see how far it'll spread out. The bottom of these coasters are actually going to be the bottom. I want the nutcrackers to be on the top so that I can maybe do a little doming or make sure that I get the bubbles out, and also to make sure that they're covered well and nothing's sticking out. So here's my stickers, and these are stickers. So what I try to do without destroying it, to make it a little thinner, I don't really want the big fat thing, but to make it stick up high. So I'm going to stick him in here face up, and these little guys just fit just perfectly into these 4-inch round coasters. I don't see too much of anything that's in my molds here that isn't supposed to be there. This would be the time when you want to pick out lint or hair or something that you might see. The head and the hat on these nutcrackers are definitely the tallest. So you're going to want to go down every once in a while and make sure that they're all the way down as low as they go. You definitely don't want to put too much heat on these stickers, because I noticed with some different ones I was doing that they will actually curl if they get too hot. Okay, so I'm going to let these sit and wait for them to thicken up a little bit, and then I'll be back and show you the next step. Okay, I'm back. These have been sitting here for a while, and I decided, instead of using the hot chocolate stickers, that I think I'm going to go ahead and use these. These are just little puffy vinyl stickers that came from either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I'm going to go ahead and use, I think, the Christmas trees, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in now. I want these to be similar, but I also want them to be a little different and have their own personality. Now, I didn't see that I have some stars here. There's 4 stars, so I think I'll add a star. Hopefully this isn't going to be too much. Hopefully I won't be sorry I'm doing all this. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I think these are going to turn out just fine. So, okay, well, I'm going to let this dry for probably, oh gosh, maybe about a couple of hours. Hello everyone. So we're working on a little snowman project I was doing, but then I noticed that some of my resin is starting to get kind of warm to be in this plastic cup. And it's been about an hour So I'm going to go ahead and use some of this. My stickers are not moving anymore, so I feel like it's safe to go ahead and pour it on. Dug out of the way. This is not a very informative part. All I'm doing is we're just kind of going over it all with just another layer of clear resin. I'm going to the top of the mold. We are pretty much done with this part of it. You see it's not covering all the way to the sides. But the nutcrackers themselves are not moving, so that's good. They are already starting to cure inside the resin. Just some of those little stickers that I added later are floating around a bit. But that's okay. It's not too late to move them back to where they need to be. Kind of cover them up. This thick stuff. And as soon as I use my heat gun, this is all going to even back out. This step, and I'm probably going to come back in about, maybe 5 minutes or so and hit it with the heat gun one more time and just make sure that nothing has floated to the top. I'm going to let this cure overnight, and then I will be back tomorrow to show you how to put this together with the base. I'll see you then.
Hi everyone, we're back. It's the next day and everything has cured pretty well. So we're going to take out the coasters out of the molds. Here's the silver, turned out really actually pretty and sparkly. So we'll go ahead and just demold all these really quickly. And we'll take these out. Turned out cute, huh? They're just turned out cute. Okay, so one of the things that I do is I take a dryer sheet and I wipe the inside of both pieces with this dryer sheet, and that's so that the snow that we're going to put in here won't become really staticky and then stick to the sides of the walls, like especially to the inside of the back of this. You don't want it just covered in snow where nothing moves around. So the dryer sheet has really helped not have static clean. I get this at the Dollar Tree. This is wonderful stuff. It's kind of like a has like the iridescent cellophane little pieces in it, and then really just like a white chunky fluffy snow in there. But anyway, I stock up on these when they come out. I think I bought 4 or 5 packs the last time I was there. And then I'm thinking this time, since we're using silver, I might just add a couple of these big snowflakes. They're just big plastic snowflakes that came from Michael's or Home Goods. I mean, not Home Goods, I'm sorry, Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And then we'll probably use this glue to glue the edges all the way around the sides because it dries really quickly. I don't have any E6000 glue, which would be probably perfection, but instead I'm just going to use this Loctite, which is kind of like a super glue. Okay, so what we're going to do really quick then is just take this snow from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just try one with about that much snow, just like, you know, a spoonful or a spoonful and a half, because I want it to kind of be about that much so that it looks like that there's snow there. Oh yeah, I think these are going to turn out really cute. And then maybe I'll just put just a couple of these in here. Maybe just like, maybe, I don't know, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6. I think I'll do about 7 of them. But I'm kind of wishing that I would actually also, I feel static on those, so I'm going to put some, run these past the dryer sheet as well. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is just take my glue here. Yep, it's coming out. So I'm just going to go all the way around the edges really lightly. The snow that I use from the Dollar Tree is really not that thin, not like a thin, fine glitter. So even if I missed a tiny little place on the side, I don't think it's going to come out the sides. Okay, I got all the way around, and this should hopefully dry really quickly. I'll do one more swipe of my dryer sheet. And then these two pieces of molds actually come together really just perfectly. So you're going to want to line it up pretty quickly, since this glue usually does dry pretty quickly too. I am going to grab a baby wipe and go around the edges really quick. Make sure that it's flush all the way around, which it feels like it is. And then get any extra, any extra of that glue that might have seeped out. Yep. So I'm going to set this one over here and do the same technique on all of these coasters. And then I'll check back with you and show you the finished products of them all when they're done. Okay, it's only been just, oh, I don't know, maybe just a couple minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes, and it's already dry, and you can see how the snow is falling all around. That's why the dryer sheet doesn't actually definitely really helps. So yeah, there's our finished product. Turned out pretty good, I think. Kind of fun for the silver, and you can choose what kind of color of a background you'd like to make. Here's the ones we did in gold, and here's the silver. So I think they both turned out pretty cute. Okay, so one of the things that I forgot to talk about really quickly is the bottoms of these coasters. They have just this really pretty kind of, but the sparkly gray on the bottom, I mean the sparkly gray glitter. One of the things that you can do to protect your furniture from the condensation is I buy these from Amazon, and they are the 4-inch coasters that have adhesive on the back. So what you do, if you decide you want this kind of a base, it would look like this on the bottom. Fits on there just perfectly. You center it right, covers the whole bottom. Sometimes on some of my coasters that I actually really like the base, or I want it to be partially see-through, is I will instead add these little rubber feet. I get it from this brand, also from Amazon. If you saw the coasters that I made on Facebook that had the poinsettias, they have a clear thing with just a poinsettia flower in the middle and then some red around the outsides. I wanted to keep the translucent color on those coasters, so I just get these. You can choose the different, this one I got has a variety of different sizes in it. If you can see, there's square ones, kind of fatter round ones, but these little rubber bumper pads you can just stick. I usually just do 4, one straight across, and then kind of like a plus sign, then 2 over here, and then I just make sure that the coaster sets balanced well and it's not tippy. I haven't decided which I'm going to do for these coasters yet, if I'm going to use the cork bottoms or the rubber bottoms. It depends on who gets them. Maybe my daughter, and I will let her choose. But anyway, just something else I wanted to mention. And these coasters are about, I would say about 1/2 of an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch tall. So they're a little thicker maybe than your normal coaster, but I definitely think they're cute. Conversation piece, would make a nice gift. Anyway, if you make them, I would love to see what you've done. I appreciate you watching, and I hope that this was helpful. I have a lot of ideas for resin that I have never seen done before, so I plan on trying a lot of things. Let me know if you're interested in having me share them with you again. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.